That was a quick look at Cielo Aperto, or Open Sky, a film looking at the rebirth of Venice after COVID-19. It was created by Vancouver filmmaker Ruggero Romano and has since been accepted into the Mostra del Cinema Film Festival. That's the oldest in the world. He joins us now to talk more about the film and his inspiration in creating it. Thank you for being here.
Ciao, everyone. Thank you for having me.
So let's start with the pandemic. You spent much of it in Italy. You're in Italy right now, in Venezia, in Venice. So how much of a change? Yeah, how much of a change to daily life was there in Italy with the restrictions?
Yeah, there's been quite a change, and it's been absolutely incredible to witness the resiliency of the local community fighting for the rebirth of this city specifically. And that's really what the film is about. It's really about the resiliency and the fight of the local community to really talk about Venezia differently. You see, Venezia has always been talked about as a dying city, as a decadent city, and it's a city that's at the forefront of the most pressing issues of our time. You see, Venezia is facing ecological, economical, cultural, and social issues, but through that conflict and through those issues, the local community fights for a better future for the city, and fighting for the future of a city like Venezia means fighting for the future of the world.
Well, it is a beautiful city, absolutely. Now, your film, as we're seeing here, there's a lot of younger people, the younger generations included in it. So what were you hearing from some of the people that you spent time with capturing?
Yeah, the film is all being made by people who are under 30 years old, and the main characters are all under 30 years old. And this is really a message from the younger generation that reaches out to everyone out there in the world who believes in the same values. You see, all of us, the younger generations, we are facing one of the most uncertain times. And within this uncertainty, that's where courage comes through, you see? And I'm talking about courage not as a heroic act or a singular motion that simply screams for the heroism, but I'm talking about courage as the refusal to shrink when facing uncertainty. And I saw that, I experienced it here in Venezia. I saw so much courage from the younger generations, and courage coming from this community, facing all this uncertainty, means that there is a hope for a better future out there, and that's the message of the film. It's really capturing the resiliency of the younger generations facing all of these issues that are pressing one of the most fragile and complex cities in the world.
So how do you hope that the audience receives this, and what message do you hope that it imparts on people?
The message of the film is that the future is not a series of tasks. The future is a conversation. And that conversation is the engagement between the younger generations and the elder generations. And from that bridge, from that connection, from the meaning of that engagement, really, we can start to think of a better future and talk differently about Venezia as well, because we in Italy have been the first ones to experience the pandemic in the West. And Venezia is a history and tradition of resiliency when facing pandemics like the Black Plague. And so if this message can come from Venezia right now, then it's a message relevant to all the other cities in the world, that can inspire all the other cities in the world and all of the youth around the world to fight for their cities, because fighting for our cities means fighting for our communities.
Now, your film is going to be at the Mostra del Cinema. How much of an honor is that?
It's been an incredible opportunity to really take the youngest faces to the oldest film festival in the world. We had a presentation yesterday at the Mostra del Cinema. It was an absolute blast. The room was full, the community showed up, and this means that there is a community here fighting for the future of this city, and that this is, as a city torn between overwhelming globalization and tourism and deep tradition, that there is a community here that starts from the younger generations that fights for the future of this city and that believes in a better future. Because when facing such an uncertain future, we need the optimism and the hope. But optimism, not as blind positivity, you know? Not just saying, oh, things are going to be good, everything is going to be all right. That's not what we're looking for. Optimism here is seeing through the conflict and the tough times that we're living in. Through that, we believe in a better future. And that's what I experienced here in Venezia.
Well, thank you so much, grazie, to be here with us. That is Ruggero Romano. He is a Vancouver filmmaker that created Cielo Aperto, or Open Sky. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Bye.